Hi, and welcome to the SEO podcast, Unknown Secrets of Internet Marketing. My name is Chris Burris, owner of E-Webstyle.
I'm Charles Lewis, your Internet Marketing Specialist.
Welcome to the Unknown Secrets of Internet Marketing podcast. This is podcast number 185, the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. That is because of all y'all.
Thank you for tuning in.
We keep getting more and more interactions from our audience. We really appreciate you guys. If you are in a position to right this minute, what we would like you to do is take your electronic device and...
whether it's a mobile, whether it's a tablet, or whatever it is, hop on Twitter, hop on Facebook, and tag us, hashtag SEO podcast. This is number 185. Be sure to tag us in it at E-Webstyle, and that way we can link up and network and do all of that social stuff.
Give you a
punch in the face.
Punch in the face. I'm actually going to turn my phone off because it could ring at any moment. Done. All right. So remember, we are your friendly, local, neighborhood, top position snatchers.
Yes.
And our mantra is...
don't be a douche.
As always, we have a tip from a previous podcast, and that tip is determine what forms of content will be necessary for effective link building.
Yeah, you want to make sure you understand what sort of content you're going to need in order to build the kind of links you want. For example, if you're looking to maybe get some viral link building, a lot of people linking and sharing, then you'll likely need video content, right? If you're looking to have something that's maybe shared and downloaded, which will build links, then you'll probably need some sort of infographic or something like that. So determine what kind of content is necessary in order to get the sort of links you want.
Exactly. You could do us a small favor if you're a regular listener to our podcast, and frankly, you probably are. You could, 3 steps. Go to iTunes, create an account, write a review.
Yeah.
And if you choose to, send us an email, podcast at
e-webstyle.com,
and we'll give you a punch in the face. We've got a couple reviews here, so let's dive right into those. So when somebody asks you, hey, I got some good news and some bad news, what do you go for first?
Bad news first.
Bad news first? All right, we're going for bad news
first. Get the bad news out the way, and then that way you can leave on a good note.
So this one isn't even audio complaint, audio quality complaint. This is so the title of the review is meh, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
1 star. This is by Sizzlin' Bacon. Literally,
Sizzlin' Bacon?
Yeah, literally, it's a 5-word review. It says too much fluff and fanfare. All right.
All right.
I got a guy
Bacon,
named Gino that he should meet.
Yeah.
He should just meet him.
How much did you listen to Sizzlin' Bacon?
Yeah.
And did you get through the whole thing and felt that? Then so be it. That's okay. We do get to a actual meat, of this podcast, and so my idea or my assumption is that Sizzlin' Bacon, you probably didn't get past the first 10 or 15 minutes because it is some fluff and fanfare, and didn't get to the meat.
Yep. I went ahead and clicked his username, and most of the reviews he writes are negative. So.
Man, I like Sizzlin' Bacon. You know what I'm saying? You can't be giving me a negative.
That's like the comedian who says bacon is so good, you wrap other good food in bacon to make it better. It's so good when it's cooking, it sounds like it's cheering for itself. That's just awesome. All right, the next one is titled "The Best When You Can Hear." All right,
ouch.
We get it. 4 stars. This is from Ron Gilliland. I listen to every episode, and the information is spot on and current. I enjoy the banter and the Q&A. Dudes, get a professional on your sound. You advise people to hire SEOs. Hire a sound pro. Ron, if the sound doesn't get better from here on out, we may just stop the podcast because we have brought in some sound guys. We have bought some equipment that we think has helped. I think we were losing a lot of sound quality. Basically, the sound was pulled out of the video that is created when we stream the video of our podcast live, and that's from Ustream.com. And there's a significant, we now know, degradation in the quality of the sound as it gets pushed out to Ustream. So we're now recording it live here, and we are going to be using the live recording for our podcast. So
Instead of the sound that's modulated with the video and broadcast live.
Yeah, so it should be a lot better now. By the way, punch in the face, 4 stars, we'll take it. Advising people to hire professionals, we'll take it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Thank you, Ron. Next one, SEOriously. Isn't that obvious? Seriously.
Yeah. Okay, SEOriously.
Entertaining while highly educational. 5 stars.
5 stars.
I like this. Money Plan SOS. You gotta just like that tag.
Oh, that's the name?
Yeah, that's the handle.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of podcasts related to the financial industry and growing my small business. My search for SEO-themed content came up with a lot of results, and I gave a few of them a shot. However, E-Webstyle's podcast was short, helpful, and the chemistry between Chris and Charles is similar to that of a radio morning show. Hilarious!
That's what's up.
Thank you. Punch in the face for that. I'm learning while listening and laughing.
Appreciate it, man.
Boom.
We try to create great, infotainment or edutainment or whatever you want to call it. Probably another one. Yeah, it's like interformative.
Interformative. I like interformative.
So appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in.
And one more piece of fanfare from my side. This is a gentleman by the name of Ben Reeder sent me an email. Says he's a big fan of the podcast, loyal listener. He's listened to at least 50 of the podcasts and got plenty of other people hooked. Ooh, that requires a hook.
A referral.
Yeah. Since you've helped me out a ton, I want to point out a few simple things on our SEO pages. He pointed out that we don't have 301 redirects on our page, on our homepage. So www.e-webstyle.com is separate from www.e-webstyle.com/index.asp. That is fixed already. As soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, that's ridiculous. We got to fix it. So that's fixed. Now, one thing so he gets a patif and then a kick in the shins because he included www.e-webstyle.com/hash. So that's the pound symbol.
Yeah, that just goes to whatever page you're already on.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, well, how do I get rid of that? So I'm in my htaccess file trying to get rid of it, trying to get rid of it. You can't, dude. You can't in an htaccess file. Servers ignore that. Remember, that hash, also known as the pound symbol or the sharp symbol, is used to identify anchor text. And I found a really good video by Rand Fishkin about the hash and how you can use the hash for multiple different purposes on your website, not just anchor text. And so the kick in the shin is for me. Well, it's a kick and then back in a punch. I had to spend a lot of time to research it because I was trying to fix it directly in htaccess, and then I learned something new because
you can do it. So,
yeah,
punch, kick, punch.
Duck. In a hook or something. Quick. Yeah, in the hook because you
gave the referral.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. He's injured.
Maybe
We're gonna run out of fans one day, right? So what do we have next? We have next our famed segment.
Well, the cataclysm.
Yeah, the algorithm cataclysm. All right.
Yeah. So today's algorithm cataclysm came from this happened earlier this week. This was this past Wednesday. They were at SMX was going on, and so Danny Sullivan had a chance to interview Matt Cutts, and some of the questions he asked him. He asked them about a panda, and so Matt Cutts came out and said that they're going to stop doing the manual panda refreshes that they push out that usually update data, probably once a month, and instead they're making panda a part of the actual algorithm process. And so no longer will it be a manual push out. Instead, they're calling it panda Everflux. And
we're going to call it Pandamatically.
Yeah, exactly. They're calling it Pandamatically, or Panda Everflux for short, is now part of the algorithm process, and so just be on the lookout for that. That's happened this past Wednesday. So,
by the way, if you're in the middle
today's Friday
of Everflux while you're driving down the road at 80 miles per hour, you could be teleported back into time.
Yeah.
That it on the algo cataclysm?
That's it for the cataclysm. Oh, well, the last thing, Matt also announced during that same interview that they have no timeline in mind for branded authorship. So that kind of sucks.
So branded authorship. Right now, there's obviously people are doing a lot of work to make sure their image shows up next to their listing in the SERPS, search engine result pages. And currently, you cannot have a company as the author.
Yeah, you have to have your personal brand, your image, your avatar that you have with Google Plus. And so even though you may have a Google Plus business page, you can't use that page to control the authorship. It has to be your personal page. And the problem is you get companies like us, for example, who may blog some content, and we would rather our logo, right, be shown as the avatar and not necessarily Charles Lewis or Chris Burris.
Right.
But since Google doesn't allow branded authorship, company branded authorship, we're forced to either I'll author this one, you author that one sort of situation.
Right.
And
you'd like to have all of the authorship related, the juice, the link juice that comes with authorship associated with one entity, right?
Exactly.
If we've got 20 writers writing 2 articles a day, that's a little steep. 1 article a day. You want all of those to be credited to one person because that's going to have more value. But that's apparently somewhere in the future.
Yeah, they're working on.
It's not on the Facebook timeline. All right. A little bit of news. Oh, I got a couple more patifs. I got a patif to Mark. He's at Google Offer. I was meeting with a potential client, and she had a call from Google Offers. You guys may have seen the logo. It's on Android. It's on a couple different places. And he was helping her set it up, and I was invited to sit in and help her do that. And so we have a new listener over at Google.com. So, Mark, cool. Punch in the face.
Punch in the face to you. Appreciate it.
And when I told him that he was going to get a punch in the face at the end of the call, he was a little disconcerted. So hopefully he's okay now.
Yeah, punching, that's a good thing, Mark.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Another patif to Sonia. It was her birthday last night. We're going to be getting together. You'll hear more, I think, about a relationship that we'll have. It was with a business magazine here in Houston. So happy birthday to you. Hopefully you're not too hungover.
I got a couple patifs too.
Okay, yeah. Let's keep the patif. My arms are warmed up.
All right, cool. So two more actually. One goes to this punch in the face goes to Phil Greger. This came from Twitter. He's at SEO0 spelled out then the number 1. Says one of his clients just claimed 5 times number 1 positions for different key phrases. # top position snatcher.
Boom.
So appreciate that. He tagged us in it at E-Webstyle. And the second one is to Elton Vinson. He's at ELVIZZI. Says hashtags became relevant in Facebook. Shout out to E-Webstyle for preaching that for months now.
Yeah,
appreciate
cool.
it. Yeah, I remember saying that.
Yeah,
use them anyway because eventually
they're gonna catch on.
I think they'll be active in G+ as well. And so
I just got a couple, actually literally 2 pieces of news. The Galaxy S4, the details of it were announced, and I thought it was funny, a collective sigh of relief among Apple shareholders, and then the stocks went up. So they were apparently waiting for this monumental launch, and it was just an incremental upgrade.
Yeah.
The other thing I thought this was pretty cool, apparently EA Sports Real Racing 3, so driving game, actually I believe it's on the iPad, I'm pretty sure, came out February 28th, and these were some interesting statistics. So that's 15 days ago, roughly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the so here are some of the statistics. 350 million races have been completed in 15 days. On average, 25 million races are completed each day, with players spending an average of 25 minutes a day on the game. In total, players have spent 14 million hours playing the game in the last. That's 1 million hours a day.
Wow. That's what's up.
Close to it.
But you know what?
Now I'm going to go get it.
What's all the fuss about, right?
If we had a little more time, I was going to download it and say, make that 14 million, make it 351 million and 1 downloads. Pretty impressive. All right, that's all I get. That's the potatoes.
That's the potatoes.
Let's get to the meat.
So hopefully sizzling bacon. You know what I'm saying? Right now, this is
start listening
now. Yeah. So I pulled an article today. We're going to talk about e-commerce, right? What you can do to improve your e-commerce SEO, and what you can do to improve your e-commerce SEO to help encourage people to make that purchase or to follow up with them after the purchase. So I began perusing the web. I came across this article on SEO Moz, which was pretty cool, posted by qblocks.com. So I figured I'd check it out, and I'd bring it to you guys. Holy Grail of e-commerce conversion optimization. The part about the title that caught me was 91-point checklist and infographic. And I was like, okay, 91 points, really? How much of these are going to be redundant? How many of them will be probably promoting some other software, some other platform? And so
he's going after half of the 200 or more
things you could do,
triggers that Google uses to identify.
Exactly. But I did figure out of the 91 deals, there had to be some that could work for us that I could bring to you guys, minus all the fluff. And so here we go. So I went through and I pulled some. They are broken in sections. So when we're talking about an e-commerce site, homepage optimization, I like this one. Show your top-selling products on your homepage. You'd be surprised how many people launch an e-commerce site and they go with this kind of grid look and they're just featuring products.
Like 99-cent parts when they sell $400 RC cars or something.
Show your top-selling products. If that part happens to be one of your top sellers, then feature it. But don't feature all of the parts if half of those never sell.
I would take that one step further. Include the things you sell the most on the front page and the things you make the most money on the front page.
Exactly.
One or two of those.
Yeah, if not both, depending on how much real estate you have. I like this one too. Offer more ways to order from your store. So let's say this is you have a physical brick and mortar building, right? But you also offer e-commerce sales. Then allow people to come into the store. You know, a lot of e-com sites that may have a physical building, they look so e-commerce that you don't realize that there's an actual store you can go to and buy these products. And so let people know that. Let people know about all of the ways they can get it, whether it's online ordering, whether it's coming to the store and buying it, whether it's through a distributor or some other retailer. Let people know all of the ways they can purchase your products, because frankly they may be comfortable with a different way that they've already experienced before. I like this one here, number 3 for homepage optimization. Show videos on your homepage. This works in 2 places. Reason 1, for SEO purposes, just good to have that video there. But from a conversion perspective, if this is a video that's about one of these products we were talking about earlier, your top selling product, then that video is likely to get viewed more and help encourage people to take that next click and add it to the cart. So you definitely want to show videos on the homepage. Let's talk navigation, and I'm going to breeze through these. The one I chose in navigation was avoid vague category structures. So what does that mean? If you sell, let's say, electronics, and you sell tablets, you should have a category. Instead of having a category that says tablets, break it down some. Maybe go with the category that says iPads or Android tablets and things like that, because people will search for that, and it's a more descriptive category. You'll likely reduce the amount of clicks people have to take to find whatever product they're looking for.
Cheap Android tablets.
Exactly.
Right.
Avoid, kind of vague category names. I want to get into product search. First off, if you're running an e-commerce site and you don't have a product search, shame on you. Turn that on immediately.
Yeah.
But once you turn it on, number 1,
make sure it works.
Yeah, definitely test your search for accuracy. You want to make sure that if somebody searches, again,
your best-selling product,
that they not only find that first, but any products related to that should show up as well. And that goes back into your optimization, which we'll talk about in a minute. If they're searching for, again, Apple iPad, then that should show up, and the new iPad charger should show. Frankly, whatever adapter you need should show. Yeah. Any related cases should come up. And if you have any affiliate accounts, they'll link to AT&T or something where you can actually sign up for service.
Yeah.
And so, but you make sure all that's working in your search. I like this one. Implement an intelligent search. That'll cover misspellings or singular versions or plural versions, things like that. So in regards to the product page, some of the things you want to do here are use high-quality product images. It sucks going to get to an e-commerce store looking at products and the pictures suck.
Yeah.
Whether it's the exact picture you've taken or the one given to you from the manufacturer. Use a high-quality product image. Show product videos. We said that before. Don't let the price be a surprise. How many times you went to a cart and finally got to the checkout page and they showed the price and you're like, oh, hell no. It's not going to work.
That was not in my budget.
Exactly. So don't let price be a surprise. I like this one. Allow them to select the delivery date if you can. So rather than have them choose, UPS, ground, or FedEx, next day air, or whatever, just have them select the date that they want it delivered, and then have the shipping calculator calculate which shipping entry they need. And then that way it's priced according to what they want.
Well, I think what I think is it should be both ways, right? So maybe I want it cheapest, but I'll pay $1 more if it's 2 days or whatever. So I'm not sure I agree with that one all the way.
Well, my thing to that one was, I think if you display the time and the cost next to each other, so for $20,
should be the
2
same,
days,
it should be the same grid. But yeah, I don't think, because I just don't see many people saying, I'll have it in a week.
Yeah, they're just going to choose whatever
I
you
want
have
it
available.
today. But it depends on how expensive it is to get it today.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Like, can I order something right now and get it today?
Well, I did. Our sound recorder that we're using now to improve our audio, Friday, it was Thursday night because we're doing the podcast last time, bought it on bestbuy.com, went and picked it up.
Okay, well, I'm waiting to see. So it was here Friday when we got here. Like, wow, okay.
No, I had it Thursday.
Best Buy.
I had it an hour later.
Let's see here. I like this one. Encourage users to leave reviews. This is extremely important. This should be done, frankly, on that product page and on the checkout page. And then you should also include a link to where they can leave those reviews. In the emails that you send out to follow up, you're sending out a shipping and tracking email. Hey, don't forget, leave us a review here. Once you get confirmation that product has been delivered, should be sending out another email. We notice your product has arrived. Is everything okay? Great. Leave us a review. Click here, sort of deal. So encourage people to leave reviews. Back to the cart. Checkout optimization. Offer a persistent shopping cart. I've been to sites where they have a combination of different things going on, and so once I begin adding to the cart and I get to the final checkout page and it looks a little different, drop, bounce, I'm gone. And so offer a persistent cart, and I'll take it a step further. Make it visible on each page.
I love that.
Yeah, make it visible, and
like
not with
items.
the view cart button, but just make it visible. Let me see what's in my cart and how much tax has already been applied throughout my shopping process. That way, that just makes it convenient for me, the user. I like this one. Keep the form linear. And we're almost done. Keep the form linear. So if you're asking name, email, phone, keep everything lined up instead of having text fields to the left and then text fields to the right and then below. Those happen to get missed. And then for some reason you get a validation error and the person knows it's their card, but they left off, middle initial or something. And so now they can't process the payment.
Or the apartment number.
Exactly.
They don't receive the product.
Here's a good one, and it's actually two different ones. I'm going to merge these. These will definitely help increase conversions. It says make account registration an optional step of the checkout process. And then the next one says make the guest checkout option more prominent than the registration. I think this is key. Give people the option to check out without registering. They may not ever plan on coming back to your site.
And that's okay. Make it easy.
And then after they check out, give them the option to register.
Yeah.
And frankly, I'm going to skip this other one by saying not only give them the option to register, but if they do register, make that an automatic opt-in to your newsletters and things like that. And so that way you won't have to feed them through that process again. They'll already be there. Let's see here. Don't surprise users by adding extra cost. If I have to order a filter with this vacuum,
don't add that.
Don't tell me that the filter was extra.
Yeah, the worst experience would be it arrives and I need to get the filter afterwards. That's the worst. The next one is I get it into my shopping cart and you tell me I have to get a filter or the price is different because it includes a filter. Yeah.
Exactly. And so the last one I have here is check your autoresponder emails. And so this really goes back to following up with clients, kind of like what I was saying earlier. Check the content on there. Tailor that auto response as much to that user as you can. If you can have it pre-populate their name, do that. If you can have it pre-populate the product they bought, do that. If you can have it, make sure it includes any links to social and things like that, and the reviews we talked about earlier. What you have to do is you want that email to be as personal as it can be and not generic. Everybody hates a, hey, client, thanks for giving me your money email. Instead, hey, Charles, thanks for buying this Gatorade. Why don't you write us a review and tell us how much you like Gatorade? Something like that I'm like, okay, I do like Gatorade. I'll write a review, and I'll probably take action more than somebody who didn't. So those are just a few tips of what you can do if you're running an e-com site. There's plenty more. I'll post a link on Facebook so you guys can check it out.
Cool. Speaking of Facebook, if you want to find us on Facebook, you can find us at facebook.com/
E-Webstyle.
I said that and it threw me off. You can also find us twitter.com/
E-Webstyle.
and youtube.com/
E-Webstyle.
and you can pop us an email, podcast at
e-webstyle.com.
I think we have a little blank stare news, right?
A little blank stare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was this cool kind of gangster lean blank stare right here. So this blank stare goes to eBay.
eBay.
Yeah, eBay. So eBay released an article saying that how they use paid search through Google AdWords, and it sucks how they felt like it was a waste of resources and that people shouldn't be using it. And so then we began doing some research, and it turns out they were indeed using AdWords, but
in a major way.
In a major way. A huge, big budget account, and it's eBay. And so what I didn't think about was why they would do that. Because they're not, it's not their own products. These are products that individuals are selling.
Right.
Anyway, so they're doing AdWords, and apparently whoever's running it knows a little bit, because they're using DKI, as dynamic keyword insertion.
Think at their budget amount, Google had staff helping them. You would have thought, right?
I would hope not. I mean, you would think so, right? But I would hope not.
Oh, it better, given what actually happened.
I would hope not.
That would be horrible.
And so what happens is so they're using dynamic keyword insertion and that's essentially running your AdWords ad and whatever keyword the person searched, you can have that keyword show up in the title or in the ad text or both. They were actually doing both on a broad match. So if they did pets, for example, you could search for live pets or dead pets or hurting pets, and Google would show your ad for all of these. And so eBay's ad was like with the dead pet search, for example, dead pets on sale, new and used
dead pets.
Check out the deals now. We took it a step further and did it for several other keywords that happen to be out there. Severed heads on sale. New and used severed heads. Check out the deals now. Or even boogers. Yeah, new and used boogers for sale. And so
I like body fluid.
Yeah, body fluid. New and used body fluid
for sale. Wow.
Yeah, check out the deals now. So
baby Mexican. New and used baby Mexican for sale.
So
that's when people started just messing with it.
Yeah, but the point is, come on, eBay, AdWords does work. There's a reason why Google makes a lot of money on it. There's a reason why that's one of our top-selling services here.
Billions?
Yeah.
What is it, billions?
Billions. Quarterly billions.
Billions.
And so it sucks that your campaign, I wonder how much money they lost on that.
Oh, man. I agree with you. It's almost like so many of their things, if anything's selling under $10, their cut is less than $1.
Exactly.
Right? So you can't afford to do pay-per-click for a used
baby
notebook, used baby head. That's even worse, right? Let me just, wow. It's blank stare-worthy.
It's blank stare-worthy, definitely.
Yeah.
So come on, eBay. Holla at us.
Yeah, we'll help you out.
I mean, we have a Google rep. We can, we can
bounce some ideas off of. Ask them why we're paying for baby heads
Mexicans
or baby Mexican or farts. Other farts could be, somebody doesn't know the name of a whoopee cushion. They're like fart noise pillow. New and used fart noise pillow.
Yeah, maybe. That's actually a decent ad, right? Yeah. But new and used farts, I got a used fart.
Yeah.
And you don't even got to pay for them.
Yeah. You just hang around. I give them out. All right, that's a great note to end our podcast. Remember, you've been listening to the most popular internet marketing and SEO podcast on iTunes.
Yes.
That is because of you. We really appreciate you. You could do us one other favor. If you get any good value out of this podcast, you could write us a review on our G Plus local page. Mm-hmm. And the best and easiest way to get there, well, there's kind of four. Go to e-webstyle.com/G
Plus
and
G Plus
and
Google Plus
and
Google Plus.
Any iteration of that will take you to our G Plus local page and write us a review there. We really appreciate it. We got some fans who are writing reviews there. We can't tell you how much we appreciate that. Patuf to everybody who's kind of hooking up with us on our Facebook page, on our G Plus page, on our Twitter account. And
a lot of activity.
Until the next podcast, we really appreciate you. My name is Chris Burris.
Charles Lewis.
Bye-bye for now.